Hi, I'm Jess from Unreal Engine, and I am here at EGX Rezzed 2017. And joining me, I have
Pete Bomley, game developer at White Paper Games.
There you go. And you are showcasing the occupation, and which you've just announced. Can you tell us a little bit more about it?
Yeah, so we literally just announced last week. We've been keeping very quiet on this game. We wanted to kind of make sure we get to a good place before we announce. Thankfully, we finally got it announced last week. It's a first-person narrative-driven game. It's got more political elements than our last game, but it's very much inspired by the immersive sim genre.
The response from the community has been absolutely fantastic. How do you and the team feel right now?
It's been so rewarding because we stayed so quiet for so long and people didn't really know what we were working on. We could kind of hint at it. It's not like we're being super secretive about anything. We just wanted to get the game to a good place to finally talk about. So we got the whole team here at EGX. There's 8 of us at the team, and it's just rewarding just speaking to people and letting people know about the game.
So from the trailer, I can sense that I'm kind of going to be sneaking about and listening to things I shouldn't listen to and digging around in people's drawers and things. Can you tell us a little bit more about the moment-to-moment gameplay?
Yeah, we are inspired by the immersive sim genre, but what we want to do is make sure that people are allowed to approach the game in whichever way they want to. So you go in there as a journalist, you can just do your job, you can explore people's, this world that people are inhabiting, you can just do your job as a journalist, write about this event that's happening. However, you could go more off the beaten path and take the more stealthy approach, that kind of ties in with the immersive sim genre. So yeah, you kind of choose how you want to approach the game. You can do the sneaking, but if you like the pure, rich narrative experience, you can just go for that as well.
And there's quite a lot of replay value in the way that you've designed this game. Can you share a little bit more about how you've done it?
Yeah, so the game runs in a fixed time length. Right now it's just 4.5 hours long, and the game will keep running. So if you start the game, go down and sit down outside and just start feeding some pigeons, the game will keep going and there will be no breaks in there. You'll just have an outcome. And that's kind of interesting with your role as a journalist because it shows almost a reflection of you just sitting on the fence doing nothing while these things are happening around you. If you want to dig into that a little bit more, you can find out about the people's lives. Everyone has motivations in the world. They all have jobs to do. If they drink too much coffee, they'll go to the bathroom. If they get stressed out, they'll go and have a cigarette.
So effectively, you can just follow one character from start to finish.
And they all have their own arcs and their own threads. And you may, the really interesting thing that we want to get across in the game is that you may have a certain opinion or judgment about someone early on in the game. And that may change. If you just follow them through the game, you may find out something a little bit different about them. And that's kind of the whole purpose of the game, is that there's always these two sides of the story. The premise of the game is that this person has done this terrible act. They've injured a lot of people, but they feel like they can justify their reason. If a person feels this anger and this hatred towards something so strong, where is this coming from? And there's always two sides to these stories, and something has caused this, and we'd like to explore that and potentially allow you to empathize with people that do potentially bad things, but for the right reasons. And then ultimately, it's up to the player to decide whether that was correct or wrong thing to do.
So this is your second title in Unreal Engine after the very successful Ether 1. What was it like using it again? Was there any new features or anything you tried out this time?
Yeah, totally. So we're fortunate enough to be able to go to a lot of Unreal events, so we kind of know the roadmap of what you guys are working on. And so Sequencer played a heavy role in the development of this game. We knew it was coming in the pipeline, so the first-person player camera is a Sequencer camera. Everything in the world is viewed through Sequencer, therefore when we cut to the small cinematic shots, there's no break in that gameplay. There's a nice consistency there.
There's a lot going on in your game. It looks really, really great. You've just announced it, so I'm guessing release is still a bit of a way off. So where can people go to find out more about the game at the moment?
Yeah, so basically anything on social media at White Paper Games. We'll hopefully be announcing platforms and release dates as soon as we know them. We're not locked anything down right now, so we're really excited to get it on as many platforms as we can. Unreal makes that possible with a small team development, so any platforms that want it, we'd love to get it on there.
Definitely keep an eye out for this game. It's going to be another major hit. While you're at it, also make sure you check out unrealengine.com. You can download the engine there, and you can start building your own games too.
You don't have another choice here.
Charles, what the hell have you done?